Earlier this month, I was studying for an exam that I had on a random Tuesday. And out of nowhere, in the middle of me studying, I get a bunch of texts in the group chat. I take a look at my phone and I see that my boy had just sent a screenshot of his PlayStation showing that BO1 and BO2 just dropped on PS5. We've all been looking forward to this ever since that Treyarch tweeted it. And it kind of got to a point where we didn't think that it was going to come out, but they just shock dropped it on a random Tuesday afternoon in July. We were all so hype about it because growing up, we all played BO1 and BO2. Those were some of our favorite games. And the entire group chat was just going crazy. I had to put down the pen, the paper, the practice exam I was taking just to go online and check and see if my eyes were deceiving me or not. And it ended up being true. BO1 and BO2 dropped on PS5 and everyone's been playing it. That's all I've been playing these past couple weeks, along with what feels like the rest of the world. If you check Treyarch's Twitter right now, you can see that tweet that they tweeted saying that they dropped the BO1 and BO2 ports has a stupid amount of likes and retweets. Probably the most they've ever had on a single tweet, which is crazy because we're in the middle of a Call of Duty cycle right now. We're kind of in the in-between phase between BO7, I think the latest COD is, and then MW4, which they just revealed not too long ago. It's crazy because these games are older than some of these kids that are playing these games right now. It got me thinking that so many of us are chasing nostalgia and chasing that feeling of being young again and enjoying the older games, the older way of playing games. And I think that's because everything in the modern era kind of sucks. There isn't a lot of joy and satisfaction found in modern day games or movies, I feel like, and TV shows. A large portion of that has to do with us growing out of it. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we all grew up at a good time to experience these games where we don't have to worry about as much responsibilities, or we weren't as competent about what was really going on in the world and things like that. But also, I think the gaming companies kind of grew out of being creative and just found a method to extract the most money that they can from us, and they've just been recycling it the entire time. Things like microtransactions and especially in the sports games like FIFA and 2K, they're everywhere. Call of Duty dropping unfinished games. A lot of different game studios are doing that, but I feel like Call of Duty does that especially, where they'll drop a game, their newest Modern Warfare or Black Ops, and then there'll be a giant day one patch that comes out, and it'll be a bunch of things that could have been fixed before the game even dropped. And also especially in 2K and FIFA, where they're just recycling content. The newest FC27 trailer just dropped, and I've been listening to a few FC creators about it just because I'm curious to see their opinion on the games, and so many of them are saying that it looks the exact same as the last three FIFAs. And not to mention the idea of also cutting out ownership and cutting out physical media as well. Sony received a lot of backlash when they announced that they were going to cut out physical games and physical discs. Everyone has been on their ass about it, and for good reason as well. I'm going to be honest, I've been downloading a lot of my games digitally lately, but I don't like the fact that there won't be another option for people to get, for collectors to get, because that would just mean that they're going to have control over all the prices of games in the market, and there won't be a cheaper alternative. If you want to get a game, it has to go through them, which kind of sucks. So I guess that plays a part in it as well. But Xbox, for the past decade, I feel has kind of given up on the whole gaming scene in general, up until recently when they started to pick things back up again and try to bring back that Xbox identity. Overall, I feel these things are contributing to this feeling that modern gaming is just dry, stale, and these companies aren't really taking a chance by making something really unique or innovating on what they had before. It just feels like they're taking the easy way out every single year. They're cutting corners and they're dropping the same games every single year. And obviously this doesn't go for every game. I know that there are other games that we play. I'm not just a ball and gun gamer, but a lot of these games are what people like to play casually, and it sucks that they're taking advantage of these people by dropping the same thing every single year and not looking to innovate or improve on them. It's gotten to the point where comparing older FIFAs and comparing older 2Ks to each other from a visual standpoint, a graphic standpoint, all the graphics look worse than how they did before. And they were working on older hardware back in the day. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm sure that their reasons are more based towards cutting costs and increasing their net income instead of making a better product every year. But all these things are coupled with the fact that we're also getting older, and these things probably don't hit the same because we either grew out of them or these companies kind of grew out of us. And this doesn't just go for gaming either. I feel like YouTube in general, it doesn't hit the same as it used to. So many of the creators I grew up on are so much different than the creators that are popular today. Another example will be music. All the rappers from like 2016, everyone's favorite era of music. A lot of these guys just aren't relevant as before. Either their music just doesn't hit the same, or they haven't been growing as artists, or people just grew out of the whole genre as a whole. And I think that people going back to Black Ops 1 and 2, like these 12, 14-year-old games, I think it made a lot of people realize how good we had it back then. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I think the moment that they dropped the OG Modern Warfare 2, like, I don't think I'll be playing a new Call of Duty again, which is kind of a shame because that just goes to show how times have changed and how low effort these new Call of Duties have become and just media in general. I don't want to make this just about Call of Duty, but I think that people going back to Black Ops 1 and 2, these older games, these games that are older than a lot of the kids watching Mr. Beast videos every single week. I think it made people realize how good we had it back then and also how times have changed in the gaming industry and like the music industry as well, just life in general. The things that we experienced back then are a lot different than how they are now. And I think nostalgia in general, which is like the main topic of the video I wanted to talk about. Nostalgia in general, to me, can be a good and bad thing. I think nostalgia can be a good thing because the way I see it, I think it gives people a chance to look back on some happy and like fond memories that they had as a child and be grateful that you were able to experience those things. Because for me, like I look at it in a way that a lot of people, especially those in our age at that time, they didn't really get to experience all the things that we got to experience, like the kids in third world countries or people that didn't even make it to that era or people that had way more important and difficult things to worry about. So I think looking back on the days of old is like something to be grateful for, something that you can dwell on with gratitude. I think that these things also give us a chance to connect with people in a different way. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people talking about, like old sneakers that we used to wear in middle school, like the old KD6s or like LeBron 11s that we all used to hoop in back in the day. And I've had even more conversations with people regarding, like, for example, OG FaZe Clan, back when FaZe Clan was still about sniping and back when they were still around, at least, when it was about sniping, trick shotting, and like, having fun on Call of Duty. Like those things are pretty good, like surface level conversations to have with people. And I think that it gives us a chance to connect with people in a different way. And this goes with my first point, but we can say that we were a part of something special, like being able to play Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2 in their prime, playing prime Fortnite, or watching sports in the 2010s like the NBA with like the Warriors or the 2012 Heat, the MLB or the NFL, like being able to witness Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers all in their primes, like going band for band with each other week after week was like incredible. I don't really think we have anything like that today. Not to that level, at least. And soccer as well, like being able to watch 2012 to 2015 Messi, or like watching prime Neymar, Ronaldo, as well as like all the other like niche players that a lot of people don't know about today. Being able to say that you witnessed all these things and you were a part of it is like really special. And being a part of that era is like something that you can always take with you. I think that looking at the past can also serve as a way to be inspired for the future. People look at older people or figures and works as a way to become inspired to create something new. Whatever that may be. Could be art, could be engineering. I'm sure a lot of writers today have looked at other writers in the past to be inspired by the way they tell stories in their books. So I think that nostalgia can be used as a way to be grateful for the time that you spent in those eras and those times and the memories that you created with people that you love, as well as the way to become inspired by the things that you enjoyed. But it isn't all perfect, and I think that nostalgia, well, it can be something positive. I think that some of the negatives can kind of take away from that as well. Like, the one thing that sticks out to me is that nostalgia can kind of take you away from the present, which is something that I deal with a lot. Looking back on memories from before can kind of take away from the present moment and where I am today, because the present is really all we have. Like, the past already happened and the future hasn't happened yet. So the only thing that we have right now is the present. Some things that remind me of that are, I think that your current moment that you're living in right now is something that you're going to feel nostalgia about in the future. There's going to be a day where you grow up even older and you're going to think about all the times that you had at this age that you're at right now. And you're going to feel nostalgic. You're going to feel like you wish you could go back. So I think that wherever you are in your life right now, you should enjoy it to the fullest, because being young and being present is a blessing. A lot of people can't experience that. I think that you should use your now to your advantage. And the other thing is that the past isn't always as perfect as it seemed. I feel like we all look at 2016, for example, as the gold standard of like the greatest year of all time, which in some cases could be true, but like I feel like looking at the past just in general with rose-colored lenses is, I think it's an inaccurate way to look at things because, of course, like there were plenty of different problems in the world that we seem to forget. And a lot of different problems maybe in your own life that you'd like to forget. But at the end of the day, like not everything is as perfect and amazing as we make it out to be. And overall, just dwelling too much on the past in general, it can lead you to feeling like empty and sad about your current day, your present, because you'd want to wish that you can go back and you don't spend as much time being thankful for where you are right now. One of my favorite quotes I see on social media sometimes is that a lot of us are living in a prayer that we prayed for before. So I think that we should use this, like I said before, use your now as a way to express gratitude and to make the most of it. But overall, I feel like nostalgia is a great feeling to have sometimes because it can make you feel happy about the things that you experienced and being grateful for the things that you experienced and you went through, being able to say that you were there during all those fun events that people talk about all the time with such positivity. It can also make you sad to know that those things are just memories now, but at the end of the day, this can inspire you to live in the moment that you're in right now as a way to create more memories to be fond of and create more nostalgia for your future self to think happily about. And I think that dwelling on the past too much can rob you of your present. But yeah, that's it for me. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.